Hi, I'm Tanmay. I'm the co-founder of Predis.ai. Thank you so much for your interest in trying this out. At Predis, what we have done differently is that we have built an AI that can generate branded content for you. Now, basically, our AI is built in such a way that you can give your brand colors, fonts, logos, and our AI will consider that while generating content. And the best part is, whatever content is generated by our AI is absolutely editable by an editor. So you have 100% control on whatever content you want to publish. So Predis basically helps you create content in your brand language. You can edit that content if needed and also download or publish it to different social media channels. So we help you close that end-to-end content generation workflow. That is what we do. Now, let's quickly move to the demo. From a demo perspective, the way I generally do this is I will take you through the create flow, wherein I'll explain how do you create content with Predis. Once that is done, I will explain the other integrities. So, this is how a typical Predis generated content looks like. Why all of this is in such a look and feel is because all of this is in my brand language. Now, first things first, what we generally recommend users to do is navigate to this brand and social account section in here, click on it, and you will see the options to set up your brand details at the top. Once I click on brand details, this is where you can enter your brand colors, you can set up the fonts, you can set up your brand names, and you can also upload your logos. Once all of this is done, the next set of content, whatever is generated, will always be in these settings, whatever you have set. Now, let's quickly go to creating content. You will see this create new option here on this part of the screen. Once I click on create new, I see these four options. We can help you generate social media content. We can help you generate ad creatives. If you have an e-commerce store, you can use Predis to also generate content for your store. Let's start with social media. So once I click on social media, I will see there are various type of content you could generate. You could make a short video, you could make a long video, single images, voiceovers, listicles, and many more. Let's do a single image for now. Within a single image post, next is you could choose your canvas size. So another USP of our AI is that whatever content is generated can be quickly resized into different canvas sizes. For now, let me just keep it at square and click on continue. This is where I can give input to my AI that what is the type of content I'm looking to generate. Giving input can be done in two ways. One is the text to post, which is where we are, wherein you could give a single idea to the AI, or you could click on this text to post option here and switch it to a business to post option. This is where you could actually describe your business to the AI. In this case, the AI would first think of what type of content would a business like this make, create those ideas, and then execute on them by actually making the content. For now, let me come back to text to post. There are more options on the right hand side which we should explore. So it starts with post design. Within post design, we have two options. Either you can let it be at AI picked or click on choose. Once you click on choose, you will see all different types of designs which are available within Predis. If you want to generate content in a specific design, you could actually just choose that and ask it to create in that format. For now, let me try to choose something. Let me select this and continue. Now, number of variants is how many different versions of this creative do you want to generate? If I make it at 3, the AI will make 3 single images in that particular design which I had selected. Media for post. This is where you could upload your own assets. They could be images, they could be videos to be entered into the generated content. This is where you can upload. In case you want to use specific sort of stock assets, you can actually click on the stock assets option. Within this, I could search for some sort of keyword, and it will show me relevant stock images which are matching that. Now I could select either of them. For now, I do not want to. I'll close this. There are more settings under the hood. For example, caption length. It could be short, medium, long. Brand palette, which is always defaulted to your brand. This is where you could set your input or output languages. So you could just choose whatever language you want to generate, and the AI will generate in that language. For now, I am ready to generate my post. Let me click on generate. So at this point of time, what is going to happen is the AI is going to first generate an AI made image. Then it's going to read through my brand details. It's going to pick up that design. It's going to fit all of this information which it has into that design and generate a post for me. So this is what got made. If you remember, the design which I had selected was something similar, and hence the AI has been able to successfully fill in the gaps, wherein it has filled in a good headline, some subheadings, it has put in my logo, my brand colors, and also filled in an image. The AI has also generated a caption here. Now, next step is I want to edit this design. So once I click on the edit option, which is here, I will actually go into the editor. If you remember, I had mentioned that our USP is that whatever content we generate is fully editable. So if I click on this text, I can actually make changes. I could also rewrite this if I want to. I can change this AI generated image to something else. To change this image, I just have to go to this media option. This is where I'll see other AI suggested options. As of now, I don't want to pick any of them. In fact, in case I do not like this design itself, I can actually switch to an absolutely different design. So let's say instead of this, I want to use something else, maybe this. So once I switch to a new format, the AI is actually going to keep all of my generated content similar, and it is going to make a new design. So this is what got generated. Now you will see the power of the tool. So in a few clicks, you can actually very easily generate a lot of different designs. Now let's say I did not like this. I want to go back to what I had made earlier. I'll reset it quickly to my older version. Now at this point of time, I want to actually generate resized versions of this. So to generate resized versions, I will have to click on this add more option at the bottom of the screen. It's going to open up a resizing panel wherein it will show me different sizes that are available. So for now, I want to resize it to 1 and 2, which is the portrait and the landscape format. In case you want to resize to a custom format, you could also change it to something different. And once I select this, I click on confirm. So at this point of time, the AI is going to pick up my base design and resize it into different sizes. So while I was talking, it has actually resized it to a portrait format, and it has also resized it to a landscape format. So now if you would notice, in case you are making ads, and obviously you will need ads to be resized in different formats, it's very easy for you to quickly generate multiple sizes of the same generated content. This was all about the generation process of the content. Now let's go to step 2, which is captions. So I need to tap the captions option here at the top. This is where I can see the generated caption, whatever the AI had made. In case I want to have more versions, I can click on, let's say, small. Let's say I want something which is witty, and I click on generate more. At this point of time, if you see the AI has made something very small than what the normal size was. Whatever is generated is absolutely editable. I can make changes here only. For now, let's say I just want to use the caption which was originally generated. Step 3 is hashtags. This is where you click on hashtags. At this point of time, the AI is going to understand what was the context of my post, what was I trying to talk about, and then generate something in line from a hashtag perspective. So these are the different hashtags which the AI has generated. I think it has kind of understood what I was trying to talk about. Selecting hashtags is simple. I can just tap on whatever was generated and it will give me the hashtags here. I can also sort the hashtags by keyword, and in case I am not happy with the hashtags what was generated, I could actually enter a keyword and generate hashtags for those keywords. So we will look at the different Instagram hashtags which are relevant and we will give it to you. For now, I'm happy with whatever I had selected. Step 4 is suggestions. This is our AI's way of indicating whether this post will perform on an average with your other post, or will it perform better or worse. So it also suggests improvements. It will also tell me what is my creative appeal, will my audience like this content, what should be the ideal time to post. So this is what it is telling me is my ideal time to post. It also tells me what would be the right number of hashtags and what would be the length of the caption. So let's say I'm happy with all of this and I'm happy with whatever I had generated. I now will click on the share option here on the right hand side top. As soon as I click on the share option, the editor page is going to close and it is going to open up the publishing flow. So what you see here is, this is the list of all of the platforms which are available within Predis right now. So if I want to post, I can post on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram story. We also support Facebook Reels, YouTube, Pinterest, Google My Business and TikTok. As of now, I have not linked these accounts, which is why it is under the accounts not linked category, and single images are not supported by Facebook Reels and YouTube, which is why it is sitting here. So now if I want to click on Instagram, it will actually show me what is it going to publish on Instagram. So if you see, it has intelligently figured out that Instagram would like the 1:1 format, which is the square format, and hence it is showing me there. I could also add my location. I can also tag people within this. All of those options are already supported here. Now let's say I want to schedule this. If I click on continue, it is going to ask me to choose a date and a time. Let's say I want to schedule on 24th at around this time. I can also say that AI could apply suggested time for publishing, and we also have an option of sending the post for approval. So I could choose this option of select team member for approval. As soon as I click here, it will show me list of team members which I already have in my brand, and if I select all of them, I can send for review. For now, I do not want to submit this for approval, and in case you want to publish the post immediately, you can just click on this CTR. For now, I want to schedule it for the day which I have selected. I click on schedule post. So now the AI is going to make a copy of this post and it is going to move it inside the content calendar. If I want to go to the content calendar, I have to go to this menu and click on content calendar. This will actually show me how does my calendar look like. So if you notice, the post which I had scheduled for tomorrow has already come here. I can click on the post to see the details of which platforms is it scheduled for and how does the caption look like. Here, the only option I have is to discard the post. There is no option to edit it right now. If you want to edit a scheduled post, you need to actually discard and then go back to the base post and make changes. For now, since I do not want to publish this post to my Instagram, I will just confirm and discard. Since I'm the content calendar, let me just quickly also tell you that we have a weekly view and a monthly view. If I click on monthly, it is going to show me whatever post I've been doing using Predis onto all of these accounts. Now let's come back to the content library. We have made a single image. Let's go back to create new and let us try to make a video. I'm going to click on social media. I'm going to choose a short video. Now in this, I'm going to choose a portrait mode and continue. I will let it keep the same input. I go to choose within my design post designs, and these are the different video options which I have. Let's say I like something like this. I will click on continue and I'll click on generate. So at this point, instead of a single image being generated, it is actually going to generate a video. From an overall process perspective, the rest of the process, which is generating captions, hashtags, scheduling, everything remains the same. The only thing which changes is that the editing becomes a lot more, I would say, complex, because this is a video which we are looking to edit. So while I was talking, this is a video which it generated. Yes. So I think it's fairly simple and quick. Now, next steps, I click on the edit option to actually edit this video. So again, as I said, most of the editing is kind of simple. Basically what changes is that if I want to change anything in terms of the animations or the transitions, this is where I can see all of my scenes. Now since this is only a short video, so it only has one scene, this is where it shows me the audio track which is used inside this. I could either choose to remove the audio track or clip it or reduce the voice. If you want to make more changes, for example, I want to change the way these animations appear, I can actually go to the timeline. This is what it will show me, that how does my different elements come up. So as I notice, the video keeps on playing for the largest time. Then I have an SVG which comes in. So I could either make changes to it from here, or I click on this animate option. This actually shows me which is the animation that is applied. I can increase or decrease the speed, I can add delays, I can change the directions and whatnot. So this basically gives you complete control on how does your video play. Once you are happy with all of your changes, you could go to the captions to change or generate more captions, hashtag suggestions, and finally click on share. As soon as you click on share, the subsequent flow is going to remain the same. It is going to open up the sharing screen and it will show me all the platforms where this video could be published. If you notice, Facebook Reel was not supported last time because it was a single image. This time, Predis can also publish it as a Facebook Reel and as an Instagram story. So this is broadly how that content creation process with Predis works. Now let's get to the next steps of the demo. Now I have already explained to you what does the content calendar do. If you navigate to the brand and social account section, this is where you could actually link your social platforms. So we support Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google Business Profile, TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube. Next is brand detail, which I have already explained. This is where you could add or change your brand details. Next is integrations. In case you also have an e-commerce store, you could actually link your Shopify or Wix or Squarespace or WooCommerce stores with Predis. Once a store is linked, Predis can automatically read your product catalog and convert those products into images, videos, or carousels. I'll do a different demo only for e-commerce. In case you have other e-commerce platforms, you could download this CSV file from here and upload it here. Next is your upload section. This is where all of your uploaded content stays. You could decide to delete some of them if you want. This is where the templates reside. Now, this is something which is very interesting and very powerful. In here, you actually have the capability of creating your own designs and saving them as custom templates. Once you do this, you can instruct the AI to actually generate content in your design only. So most of our power users actually create their own templates and use them. Let's get to the next part, which is competitor analysis. Now this again is something very interesting and something very powerful in terms of the kind of insights or analysis it could do. Basically what competitor analysis does is it can actually help you see the content strategy for different brands. Now let me first choose Starbucks. So this is basically a competitor analysis which I am running for Starbucks. If you want to run a competitor analysis for any of your competitors or any of your personal handles, you need to click on the manage competitor option here. You can either add the Instagram handle or the Facebook page. it either has to be a public Instagram handle or a public Facebook page for it to work. The other platforms such as LinkedIn, etc., are not supported because they do not have official APIs which can actually help this. Now, let's come back to Starbucks. What I see here is this is that overall level of data, wherein this shows the number of followers Starbucks has. This is the number of posts, average likes which every post gets, what is the percent average engagement, and average engagements and comments. Now, this data is for this particular date range. If you want to see data for a specific date range, you could actually click on it and also change the date range if needed. Let's look at the exact data which it is showing. So first thing which it shows is the content distribution pattern. This is where it talks about what is the content mix of different categories. So how is this generated? The AI looks at every generated post and it tries to categorize it into different categories. So the food and drink section has posts like this, and these are actual posts. You could click on any of this post and it will take you to that actual post on Instagram. So what we see here is most of the times Starbucks either talks about food and drink or food and beverages, and sometimes about food, sometimes about infotainment, social media, and others. Now, the second way of looking at it is to see how does the engagement actually work for them. So if you notice, the share of the pie for food and beverage was small here, which was on a content distribution pattern, and it is slightly larger on the engagement pattern, which basically means that food and beverage is actually generating me 20% engagement, whereas the content contribution was only 25%. This means for Starbucks, this kind of a category is actually working better. This is the first way of looking at data. Second way is content themes. This is where what we do is we actually group all of that generated content into similar themes, and we also put some sort of labels to those themes. Now, the power here is if I have to see what is the themes which are generating the most type of engagement, I can just sorted by the engagement percentage. So whenever Starbucks talks about something like this, which is costumes and upcoming events, they generate the most engagement. If I scroll down to the bottom, I think this is some sort of a kids entrepreneurship bit which they did. Apparently this has not generated that much engagement. This is, I think, the seasonal celebrations and all the uncategorized content. This is also generating okayish engagement. So basically, if I was Starbucks or if I was competing against Starbucks, I would try to do something more on these lines, which is in the positive space. So this basically gives you a lot of ideas of what type of content should you create. Third is hashtag analysis. Within hashtags, we try and figure out what are the different hashtag sets which Starbucks uses. We also tell you which are the top 5 used hashtags and what are the details of the hashtags. Then comes the post performance. This is basically a very statistical analysis kind of a section which tells me how does my post distribution look like. So Starbucks either posts videos or single images. They post very few carousels. Surprisingly, single images generate more engagement for them than videos. Then it tells me when are they actually I would say distributing, which is publishing the post. This shows me the online activity. Seems like they have been fairly regular, and most of the days they try to publish one video and one single image. Then this is how the engagement activity looks like. Seems like the posts which were done around this time, which is 21st of August, they went viral for some reason. Then comes the best performing posts and all of the posts. The best part here is you can actually save all of this generated content as a PDF. This is a white label PDF, so you can use it to present it to your clients. This was competition analysis in a nutshell. Next comes the Idea Labs. Idea Labs is basically like a mini chat GPT within Predis. You could give any sort of input. Let's say give me 2 Instagram post ideas for my product, and it will actually generate some post ideas. Now I could just copy this from here and go to the create new section, post it, and start generating content. So this way it helps you again brainstorm a lot. Quickly coming to the last part of the demo. So within the pricing and account section, we have the account usage part. This is where you can see how does your account look like. Within the brand section, you can actually create more brands. As you keep on creating brands, you could switch between different brands from this particular tab. Then comes the team members. So you could actually invite different team members by their email address. And the best part is you can give them access to specific brands, and also if you want to give them ability to publish or schedule. So this is all I had from a demo perspective. If you need any help, please reach out to us from the help section here. We would be happy to hear your feedback. Thank you.